You are sitting in a chair. You know you are sitting in a chair. You can feel the pressure of it beneath you, can see your own hands resting on your knees, can hear the sound of the room around you, the hum of the heating, a car passing outside, someone talking in another part of the building. You know all of this is real. And yet, something is wrong. Not wrong in a way you can point to. Not wrong in any way you could describe to a doctor without watching their expression slide toward polite confusion. No. Wrong in the way that the room feels like a stage set instead of a room. Wrong in the way that your hands that you have had your entire life, look slightly unfamiliar, like you're seeing them for the first time and they belong to a stranger. Wrong in the way that you feel like a stranger, not to the room, to yourself. You are watching this moment, this completely ordinary moment, sitting in a chair in a room, from somewhere slightly behind and above where you actually are, present, aware, observing your own life the way you might observe a film you recognize, a film you know you are supposed to be the main character of. But the connection between you and that character has been severed, and you have no idea how to reconnect it. This is depersonalization, derealization disorder. And if you have felt this, if you recognized even one sentence of what I just described, then you already know the most disorienting thing about it. You can't explain it to anyone who hasn't felt it. And almost nobody believes how devastating something so invisible can be. Depersonalization, derealization disorder affects approximately 1% of the population, about the same prevalence as schizophrenia, yet almost nobody has heard of it. There are two experiences at its core. Depersonalization, the feeling of being detached from yourself, your thoughts, your body, your emotions, watching yourself from outside, going through the motions of your life while feeling like that. The operator of a machine rather than a living human being. Derealization, the feeling that the world around you isn't real, that the room you're in is a simulation, that people around you are somehow not quite fully present, like there's a pane of glass between you and the world, like everything has been turned down by 1 degree, color, depth, meaning, so that reality looks like a very good copy of itself rather than the real thing. Both at once is what most people experience. Both at once is what you live in. Up to 75% of people experience at least one episode in their lives, a moment of unreality during extreme stress or fear, brief, passing, forgotten. For most people, that's all it ever is. For you, it didn't pass. You wake up and check. You've been doing this so long you don't notice it anymore. This instant internal assessment the moment consciousness arrives. How real does everything feel today? Some mornings it's manageable, a 4 out of 10, present enough. You can move through the day without the glass feeling too thick. This morning it's a 7. You lie still for a moment, staring at the ceiling. The ceiling is white. You know it's white, but it has that quality, that particular DPDR quality of being somehow further away than the distance suggests, like looking at a photograph of a ceiling rather than the thing itself. You get up, go to the bathroom, stand in front of the mirror. The face in the mirror is yours. You know this face. You have worn this face for your entire life. And yet there is a moment, there is always this moment, where you look at it and something in you simply does not connect. Not horror, not shock, just absence. A circuit that should complete itself and doesn't. You turn the tap on. Cold water. This is one of your grounding techniques. Temperature, physical sensation, anything that creates a strong enough signal to cut through the static. Cold, water on your wrists. You count the tiles on the wall. 5 across, 7 down. Real numbers, concrete things. Some days it helps, some days nothing helps, and you simply carry the glass with you through everything the day requires. Here is what people don't understand about DPDR. You function. At all times, people with DPDR are typically aware of both their inner thoughts and what is going on around them. Your intelligence is intact. Your memory largely works. You show up. You speak. You answer questions correctly. Meet deadlines. Maintain friendships. Hold conversations. From the outside, you are indistinguishable from a person who feels entirely real. This is why DPDR is so brutally isolating. The symptoms are completely internal and completely invisible. There is no limp, No visible tremor, no physical sign that anything is wrong. Just you, inside your own head, watching yourself navigate the world through the wrong end of a telescope. Work is surreal in the most literal sense. You sit in meetings and follow everything being said, follow it correctly, contribute appropriately, while simultaneously experiencing the whole scene as strangely theatrical. Voices sound slightly processed, faces look slightly flat. The significance of what's being discussed, the importance that everyone around you is clearly feeling, simply doesn't land in you the way it should. You take notes obsessively, not because your memory is failing, because the notes create evidence that this moment happened, that it was real, that you were there. There is a specific DPDR trap, and almost everyone with the condition falls into it. You feel unreal, and then you notice you feel unreal, and noticing it makes it worse, because now you're watching yourself notice it, which is another layer of distance, another step removed from simply being present in your own life. And then you notice that noticing has made it worse, and now you're frightened, and the fear intensifies it further. And within 60 seconds of starting, you're in a full spiral. It's common for people with DPDR to fear that they don't really exist, or that their symptoms are the result of irreversible brain damage. Psychology Today. In the spiral, that fear arrives fully formed, and it is very, very convincing. What if this is permanent? What if the connection never comes back? What if this is just what reality is now? This muffled, distant, glass-separated version of everything. The spiral always passes. It always has. But in the middle of it, that knowledge helps almost nothing. You've had spirals in shops, in restaurants, mid-conversation with people who had no idea, on public transport surrounded by dozens of people, all of whom appeared to be fully inhabiting their lives in a way that felt, from where you were standing, like something you were part of. The loneliness of a spiral in public is a very specific kind of loneliness. The most common age of onset is the late 20s, PubMed Central, which means for many people, DPDR arrives exactly when life demands the most presence, career building, relationships deepening, identity forming. And DPDR takes a particular toll on identity because identity requires a stable sense of self, requires feeling that there is a you, continuous, recognizable, real, that persists across annual experience. When that sense is disrupted, the question of who you are doesn't feel philosophical. It feels urgent, vertiginous, like the ground has gone soft underfoot. The relationships that bear the most weight are the intimate ones. Partners who try to understand, but can't fully reach you through the glass. Friends who know you seem different, but can't locate the difference. Family who love you and say all the right things, and yet somehow their words land slightly outside of you, close, but not quite connecting. You've tried to explain it many times. It's like I'm watching my life instead of living it. You know how things feel in a dream? Present, but not quite real? It's like that, all the time. People nod, they try, they don't fully get it. And you've made your peace with the fact that language wasn't built for this. Years, in some cases decades, without a correct diagnosis. Misidentified as anxiety, depression, psychosis, treated for the wrong thing while the right thing waited unnamed. The exhaustion of constant self-monitoring. The cognitive overhead of checking your own reality, grounding yourself, managing spirals, performing presence in situations where presence feels impossible. In the grief, a quiet, specific grief for the version of experience you remember, the fully saturated, fully connected, fully present version of being alive that you had before, and that you sometimes catch glimpses of still. A sudden moment where the glass thins and something breaks through, and everything is vivid and immediate and yours. And then it closes again. Those glimpses are both the best and the hardest thing. 10 p.m. You are on your sofa. You have had a 7-day. Tomorrow might be a 4. The day after might be a 2. You've learned not to predict it and not to fight it. Fighting it feeds it. The goal, the only sustainable goal, is to live your life anyway, to go through the motions not as performance, but as practice. To trust that the brain can learn safety again, even when it has spent a long time convinced that reality cannot be trusted. There is a growing movement of people with DPDR demanding recognition, charities being founded, parliamentary discussions being had, awareness campaigns being built, Frontiers from the ground up by people. He spent years suffering in silence with no name for what they were experiencing. You are not alone behind the glass. There are millions of people in there with you. And slowly, not fast enough, but slowly, the world is starting to look in.